So Colton's an awesome kid. I've known him since he was in kindergarten, and just to see him grow the way he has, I can't believe already he's a 4th grader. So it's gonna be hard to send him to the intermediate school next year, but he's a cool little guy with a quirky little personality, super awesome sense of humor, and very witty. He absolutely loves math. That's his favorite. And when we talk about it, he always is, just so excited about the different learning activities that he gets to do. And, at the end, there's always that result of working as a team or doing different things in class. And that's one of his favorite parts. He's just super excited to learn all the time. Outside of school, he hangs out with his mom and dad and his brother, and they do a lot of horse riding at the Hart Ranch. So that's one of his other favorite things. He loves to play with his friends out at recess and in his neighborhood. So he's just an awesome young boy. So Colton, he's had a tremendous journey in both academics and his behavior since he's been at Burgess. When he was in kindergarten, he had some obstacles that he had to overcome, behaviorally, socially. School was hard, it was a transition, but I remember on the first day of school, he walked in and was reading signs in the gym that had these huge words on them, and I couldn't believe. I was like, whoa, this is a kindergartner reading these things? So academically, he's always been exceptionally bright. He just had a little bit of difficulty, transitioning and coming to school and working through some of the behavior and emotional pieces that autism sometimes presents at school. So just working through his autism at school, it was an obstacle, but now even if it's an issue during the day, he's come so far that it's incredible to see. I think about it all the time, and it brings tears to my eyes, some of the days that we've had over the years, and it's just watching him grow, and become the young boy that he is, I should say little man now, as a 4th grader. It's tremendous to see how awesome he is. He's developed coping strategies at school that have helped him both at home and in the classroom. And really, whenever he can self-regulate, and he'll say, you know what, I'm kind of feeling hangry right now. I think that's why I'm having trouble, Miss Duke. I'm pretty sure that's what's wrong. So a little snack and a little stretch on the yoga mat, and he's ready to rock and roll and head back to class. A lot of times he'll take these little breaks and come down to see me, and that's kind of been our transition through the years. And now I'm thinking we're halfway through his 4th grade year, and I don't see him as much during the day. He doesn't need to come to me as much. So, I feel like he's kind of like leaving my little nest and heading on to bigger things, which is awesome. So it's really cool. He is, one of the biggest and coolest things about him is he's unafraid to be himself. And he has, this just innate place to be a leader, and he does it, but he does it quietly, and he doesn't have a problem being wrong, even though sometimes he doesn't like the outcome if it's not wrong, but like I said, he's been able to roll with the punches. So in his class, especially in math class, if somebody has an idea and it's not the same as his, he's like, well, I like the way you're thinking, but have you thought about it like this? And half the time he might be right, the other half of the time he might be wrong, but he works with his peers, and they come to a solution and figure out what it might be or what the answer might be. So it's really cool to see him do that. And one day a little girl in his class was having trouble she was upset. So he said, I really know a good safe place we can go. Let's go to Miss Duke's room. You're always going to feel better if we go in there. So he came in and showed her where he takes his little breaks, and all of a sudden he was like, hey, I really helped my friend, but we did it together. So it was cool to see him grow and use his strategies that I've taught him and his other teachers and friends have taught him, and help someone else. I look at Colton, I think about, where he started and, his little journey and where he is now. And he's not somebody that lets his disability define him. Autism is it's unique, and every kid is different, and every day with Colt can be different. So I just think about him every single day as far as him growing up, and he's a kind friend with a loving heart. He's got this incredible sense of humor. He develops those leadership qualities, and he is truly what a real kid really is. Just seeing him grow has been a tremendous piece of my heart that, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get emotional thinking about it, but he really, really is exactly what a real kid is, and he represents Burgess Elementary incredibly.